Gentlemen, 3 weeks after his power-packed US trip, the Prime Minister is in Paris to celebrate the 25 years of strategic partnership between the two nations. France has gone the extra mile by inviting Prime Minister Modi as the guest of honor for this year's celebration of France's national holiday. France rarely invites a partner country on Bastille Day, making this visit particularly exceptional and special. Tri-services contingent will march with French contingent in Paris tomorrow. The Indian Air Force Rafale jets will also perform a flypast with French Rafale during the ceremony. Bharat Mata Ki Jai chants are resonating in Paris, and the diaspora is upbeat to listen in to the Prime Minister's Mann Ki Baat, which happens in a few hours from now. But first, let's go across to Group Captain Abhishek Tripathi, commanding officer of 101 Squadron and the leader of the formation that will participate in the Bastille Day Flypast. Group Captain Abhishek Tripathi, thank you for joining me on the NewsHour tonight. Tell us about the preparation for the Bastille Day Flypast and what your experience has been so far ahead of the big day. How have you been practicing and getting prepared for this big event?
Okay, first of all, thank you for having me. And we are well arrived here, and we have already undergone a couple of consolidated practices here for the Bastille Day Flypast. And yes, we are absolutely comfortable here in terms of our operational and technical situations. And we have got all the support here from the French Air and Space Force and the French authorities. So we are really comfortable here, and the preparations are going on really smooth.
Group Captain Abhishek Tripathi, tell us also about the significance of the Indian participation in the Bastille Day celebrations.
Of course, as I understand that this event and our participation in such an event is truly remarkable. And I am really excited, so as my team who is here for this particular event. And yes, we are going to fly in a formation on the Bastille Day in the elaborate Bastille Day Flypast. And the formation comprises of 3 Indian Air Force Rafale fighters, along with a Rafale fighter from the French Air Force. And of course, we'll be flying in close formation with each other, and which is a hallmark of the strategic bonding between India and France. And yes, we are really excited and deeply honored to be part of this event.
Well, not just you, we're very excited to see that. But I want to ask you, the Flypast is a very carefully coordinated event and has to be executed with precision. Tell us about the kind of training and rehearsals that you have undergone for this very precision-oriented event that you're going to put on show tomorrow.
Flypast, you are right, is a closely coordinated event, and you have to be in time and space, have to be accurate in terms of time, position, space, your position keeping, everything. Nothing can be out, because there are formations ahead of you and formations behind you. So whenever such flypast happen, there is a elaborate briefing, and all the participants are supposed to follow that briefing. And there are practices. Recently, we have undergone our practices, and they were really smooth. And we are really confident and ready and raring to fly on the Bastille Day tomorrow.
Well, the Rafale jets are unique in their own way. As someone very well acquainted with the Rafale aircraft, from a technical perspective, what do you believe are some of its distinctive features? What sets it apart from any other fighter plane that we've had so far?
Rafale, as everybody knows, is a 4.5 generation latest modern fighter aircraft. It's equipped with state-of-art avionics. Basically, the aircraft is really versatile, which primarily means that for a larger task, you will require a smaller number of aircraft to fulfill the task. It is really, it provides great flexibility to the planner, which means the aircraft is primarily omni-role, and it can perform all the roles, and the roles can be switched in air in the real time from one role to another, so which provides a great flexibility in air. And of course, the best part about this aircraft is the synchronization and the cohesion of all the sensors. All the sensors of the aircraft are very, very nicely synchronized, and they talk to each other. So it provides a great situational awareness to the pilot. So yes, it is indeed a great aeroplane to fly, and always a dream for a fighter pilot to fly such a modern aircraft.
Well, you were also among the selected pilots to fly the Rafale jets to India in July 2020. Tell us about that experience for the first time, getting these much talked about fighter jets to India, and the welcome that you received back home.
Yes, I was part of the first ferry from France to India, and the welcome was really, really overwhelming back then. However, the point to highlight is whenever we have a new aircraft induction and into the Indian Air Force, the first few years are really, really challenging, wherein we are focusing totally on amalgamating the new asset into the scheme of affairs of our Air Force. And we are focusing totally on how to quickly operationalize the aircraft into the Indian Air Force, and that was our job back then. And now we are completely integrated well into the affairs of Indian Air Force. And yes, the response was really, really overwhelming, and really proud and happy for that.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Group Captain Abhishek Tripathi. I just want to stand up and say Jai Hind and all the very best. We'll be rooting for you back home here in India. All the best from every single Indian to you and your entire team. Jai Hind.